that I would like to congratulate Samantha for a well-written speech. My opponents claim that California state prisoners should have additional restrictions on privileges. At first, I would like to point out that privileges are not same as the rights that are given to the California state prisoners. A right is that which is guaranteed by Constitution or statute, either state or federal, which may not lawfully be suspended for any reason without due process of law. A privilege is that which is granted sometimes conditionally by written rules governing the operations of facility, which may be suspended in accordance with those rules. Privileges given to prisoners are determined by their sentences, what kind of crime they have done, and mainly what facility they are held in. So there are many factors that role play what kind of privilege will be given to the prisoner. With that being said, affirmative side wants to implement restrictions on free privileges like recreational and physical activity, work privileges with incentives, educational and library privileges. I will start off with recreational and physical activity. We all know that physical activity is a big part of our everyday life. Being physically active can help keep your thinking, learning, and judgment skills sharp as you age. It can also reduce your risk of depression. Knowing that many prisoners are usually going through depression, then why would we want to take this privilege away from them? Taking away this privilege from the prisoners, or even putting any restrictions on it, would just cause the prisoners to be more obnoxious and live an unhealthy lifestyle. According to the UCLA medical research, prisoners that do not receive their everyday exercise have a higher chance of getting sick. In result, prisons will have to spend more on medical bills for these unhealthy prisoners treatment. According to law4corps.com, California law requires some form of recreation or diversion for these prisoners. Recreational activity is not a prisoner privilege, it's their right that is given to them by California law. However, there are situations where these rights are tweaked or taken away from a certain prisoner because of their behavior, or if they are a threat to other prisoners or guards. Affirmative indicates that prisoners are given the privilege to pump up weights, to bulk up muscles and wrong, and could be harmful for the society once they get out of prison. There is a possibility that inmates can use size and strength gained from weightlifting as a weapon against guards, other inmates. However, in violent crimes committed with weapon muscles are rarely the weapon of choice. Physical strength and size are insignificant to the firearms and other weapons often used in commission of crimes. Also, we cannot completely ignore the fact that weightlifting can help many prisoners and can also be used as a behavioral tool. Working privileges. Inmates also have the opportunity to work in prison for small wages, but cannot choose what they do or refuse an assignment. If they do, there is a chance of being punished. I consider that letting prisoners work is very beneficial to the prison itself. By working, these prisoners are keeping themselves busy. The more busy they are, the less chances of them picking a fight with another prisoner or a guard. Education and library. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world." Inmates benefit the greater good of communities which they return to society with education and training. They are also less likely to commit additional crime once they are released from prison. According to the UCLA School of Public Policy and Social Research, inmates who receive education while in prison are 10 to 20% less likely to commit new crimes and end up back in prison. Therefore, U.S. prisons need to offer more educational programs for inmates serving time instead of taking education away from them. Education serves as a platform to deter inmates from participating in criminal activity and once they are released from prison. Therefore, not only does education provide inmates with valuable knowledge, but it also helps them acquire skills needed to be productive citizens of society. In addition, inmates released from prison can use education as a motivator and a catalyst to keep them from going down the wrong path. Research in the field of criminal behavior believe that two important factors are accomplished by providing inmates with education. Education can help inmates develop cognitive skills which teaches them how to change dysfunctional behavior. They also learn that there is more to life than crime on the streets. Many prisons have libraries for the inmates that are filled with legal references, novels, and other types of books. People or organizations usually donate them. The material that is available helps prisoners to learn the law and get educated in case they don't have representation. I must remind you people that these prisoners are not only in prison to serve punishment, but also to rehabilitate them. Taking away privileges like education and library from them will cause these prisoners to not develop characteristics and skills that are useful and necessary to be positive contributors to society once released. Study has shown that educating prisoners will make better decisions in life after getting released from prison than the prisoner who received no education. It's clear that education can only help prisoners and will improve our society. Then why does my opponent wants to cut down on education in prison? Affirmative plan is not practical because the restrictions they want to implement to lessen repeat offenders are not suitable, and some of these restrictions will result in causing the prisoners negatively. Privileges like physical education, library, and physical education and library are a must for a prisoner. These privileges are helping many prisoners improve their life and rehabilitate, and because of these privileges, many prisoners are returning to society as a better human. Thank you.
You've used 1 minute of prep time.
Although prisoners may enjoy the benefits of recreation time through programs such as education and library privileges, recreation and physical activity, and incentive